It's just one of those days.
Do you remember when Donald Trump ran on bringing down grocery prices, going as far to say that if Kamala Harris were elected, it would drive prices through the roof? Well, I hope you don't like coffee, because roasted coffee prices jumped 12% in June and instant coffee rose 16%. And now Donald Trump wants to implement a 50% tariff on Brazil, the top coffee supplier to the United States. See, the reality is Donald Trump ran on this economic policy that he was going to bring down grocery prices starting on day one. That was a promise he made, and he has failed to keep that promise in place. The reality is it's only going to get worse, as Donald Trump has not backed away from any of his tariff policies, and it certainly doesn't seem like any kind of products are being brought back to the United States to be made. So jobs are decreasing, prices are increasing. It sure as hell sounds like we are heading straight towards an economic recession, if not even a depression.
The tariff must have really hit the coffee industry, because I'm telling you right now, the prices that I'm seeing right here in my grocery store is absolutely insane. Check this out. So you mean to tell me that now Starbucks is $15.29? I could swear I only paid like $10 or $11 or even less. But it's not only that, it's all these other coffees that were originally before $8.99. This one is $7.99. The Dunkin' Donuts, that's the sale. Ugh, do not like Dunkin'. But everything else, $17, $14. The price has definitely gone up for all the coffees. Now there's a buy one get one free on this coffee. Oh, but let me look at the coffee pods to see how much that has gone up. Yep, they're like at $12. Just a 12 pack of coffee pods at $12.69. This is absolutely insane. The tariffs affect us, I guess, guys. And you know what? I need my coffee. I'm gonna spend $15.29. Oh boy.
$17.33. That's how much I paid today for this coffee. I'm here and I'm just adding some numbers together and doing my budget, because you know what? Today I asked my husband, where's the money? We're making the best we've ever made. Both earners, both incomes, good incomes and everything. And we don't have money. We're living paycheck to paycheck, basically. So I put the numbers together and I decided to look at my budget. On June the 2nd, 2023, and I'm going to try to insert somewhere here the photo I took a shot of, how much I paid for it. On June the 2nd, 2023, the same exact coffee was $9.92. It's almost doubled in 2 years. Of course, my salary hasn't doubled. My income has not doubled. It went up a little bit, but certainly nowhere near that. And I don't know where my money goes. Every month, I'm struggling.
I've not purchased any more coffee since December 24th, 2023. But back then, it was $5.37 for 10-ounce can of coffee. So do you want to see what it is now? Do you want to take a guess what it is now? Hold, please. In August of 2025, for the same 10-ounce can of coffee is $7.14. That's almost a $2 difference for coffee. I don't know. It's crazy.
The price of coffee, lattes and stuff, and matcha lattes are getting out of hand. Okay, I live in a big city, so like maybe that's part of the problem. But like I'll be getting a latte with oat milk, and almost all of the time it's over $7. Sometimes, like, and if I tip $1, it will be like $8 or close to $9. And so I was at a farmer's market with one of my friends, and there was like a coffee truck, and so we were like, oh my gosh, let's get coffee there. Their matcha was $7 already. Oat milk was $1.25. And then if you wanted like a flavor, so it's like then you wouldn't have to, so then it's like, okay, then I can't get a flavor because that's going to cost more too. And then tip and then tax, we would have been paying for a $10 matcha. So we went to Whole Foods and got the $5 matcha instead. But like, what? I couldn't, I was like, no.
Now we're starting another round of tariff whiplash. If you're worried about the coffee prices increasing because of the tariffs that start tomorrow, here is a little bit of information that might help you. Freeze-dried coffee is not made from Brazilian imported coffee. It is not likely to be immediately impacted by tariffs. Brazil is the largest supplier of coffee to the US, by the way. Before you go, ew, instant coffee, toss that little ew, instant coffee thought out of the window. Toss it aside. Instant coffee is a very similar to fresh brewed coffee. It's brewed in huge batches and then it's either freeze dried or like spray dried. Either way, it has 10-20 year shelf life, even for you coffee snobs. And it is real brewed coffee. So one step ahead of the tariff whiplash that starts tomorrow, think about going and stocking up on instant coffee. If you want to stash some in the back, but you don't want to invest in a top tier freeze-dried coffee, sell freeze-dried coffee at the Dollar Tree, which really doesn't taste horrible. It's already in a glass airtight container, so you can store it long term. It'll stay dry in the container that it's in. It's only $1.25 for now. If you want to run to your local Dollar Tree and stock up on some cheap freeze-dried coffee to get you through the tariff whiplash, or go and stock up on the good stuff because it won't be impacted immediately by these tariffs. Just a little tip from a prepper to help you get through what's ahead.
Your coffee, it's gonna become 50% more expensive than what you're paying right now. And the reason behind it is because the president signed today into law 50% tariff against Brazil. And guess where the coffee's coming from? 35% of the coffee is being imported from Brazil. That is what we are importing. The beef, there is a 50% tariff against the beef. That means all those frozen burgers that we are bringing in and the frozen lamb and all that, it's gonna have 50% tariff. The steel is at 50%, but then who cares about the steel? I mean, it's not like we use it every day. But the good news is the orange juice, it is exempt from the tariff. Don't ask me why, we don't know. The United States does import a lot of orange juice from Brazil, but I don't know why that was. I guess because everybody drinks it in the morning and it's more like, you know, it's supposed to be like your bread, your butter kind of type of food. So that's where we are dealing with today. So, and that is going to take effect on August 1st. So all this cargo that it's already on the water is going to get hit by 50% as soon as it arrives into the United States. There's nothing you can do about it. You can't deviate from paying the duties and the tariff. The only way to go around it is to reroute your shipments to Mexico or to Canada until you find a solution, or to put it in a specific type of warehouse until you figure out what to do. Most of our customers today were really worried about what they're going to do with the product that is coming in here. Their customers are not they're not wanting to pay the 50% tariff. They're basically saying it's their problem as exporters and from Brazil, I mean. So now this is the whole entire issue. I have one customer, he has about 4 containers on the water, and guess what? His customer just canceled the entire order. So that's the news of the day. I guess it's another day in logistics. So yep, that's what we're going to talk about it for the entire week. Hopefully we can help these people out and see what we can do with it. So cheers.
In America, there's a drive-thru even when you're not in a rush. In Serbia, you sit and sip. I just paid $8 for this coffee. In Serbia, you get $2 for real coffee and $2 a piece.
We have some news right now. Donald Trump has imposed 50% tariffs on Brazil. Why? Because he's upset that Brazil is going after its former president, Jair Bolsonaro, for inciting an insurrection. Now, these 50% tariffs will go into effect on August 6th. They exclude a number of things like aircraft parts and orange juice, but what they don't exclude is coffee. And Brazil is one of the largest exporters of coffee to the United States of America, which means your coffee prices are about to skyrocket. And they're going to skyrocket on August 6th as tariffs jack up prices of Brazilian coffee coming into the United States. And honestly, a 50% tariff would make it nearly impossible for some Brazilian exporters to even bring coffee into the United States, just given the complete cost of the entire process of getting it to the United States of America. Now, it's not the worst case scenario, as Brazil's finance minister says, because it excludes a number of things like orange juice, nuts, aircraft parts, and more. But at least coffee, that price is going to go up fast. So spread the word and follow along step to date on all the news you need to know about. More to come soon.
Tariffs are hitting more than just factories and trade routes. They're coming for your coffee. Prices are surging across the US. and Brazil, one of the largest coffee exporters, is at the center of the tariff storm. From local cafes raising prices to everyday Americans rethinking their caffeine budgets, this video broke down how international politics is now brewing in your cup. Is this economic strategy or just a bitter move? If your morning cup just got more expensive, you're not alone. These tariffs are changing more than markets, they're changing habits. Sound off in the comments. Have you noticed the price hike at your favorite coffee spot? Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell so you never miss another brew of political reality. Because the next thing to get taxed might already be in your kitchen. Just a quick note, full credit goes to the original creators of these videos. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.